Righto, well, this is a very tough race. Great as Great opened up favourite, has continued to ease out at every call, but still holds favouritism on track. Everything else is gone. There's Subjugate, Brendan Fennick on board, and the All Cerise. Brendan won the first on Regal Rock. And slow to move towards the inside was Enact. True Jester got away okay. Escape was also out the back. And Great as Great flew out as the early leader. Happy Glory and True Jester drive up and join it as they settle down. Inspection just off them, followed by Tenancy over on the outside, and then Hernster very wide around Subjugate. Jest Equity getting up on the inside, and behind these over on the rails then is Enact. Being trailed further back by Ransom Blues, and then Serve Cage and Miss. Rathland towards the end, and last of all, 3 lengths away as Escape. True Jester led. Happy Glory coming around the turn. Great as Great holding down third. Hernster's off the course, moved to fourth, and then Inspection Hard Ridden, followed by Jest Equity as they swing the corner, and then Tenancy dropping out. The rest headed by Subjugate. True Jester on the rail. Great as Great loomed up on the outside, and soon after sprinted away, and they're followed by Happy Glory, Inspection and Jest Equity, but Great is Great. It's 4 in front and in no danger, racing right away from them, and a great debut. Great is Great by 5 lengths hard held. Happy Glory second, Subjugate third, then Inspection. Escape has made some good ground wide out, followed by Ransom Blues, and then
Great by Desert Sun. The same cross as Sunline out of a Western Symphony mare has absolutely spanked them in the third race. The time will be very interesting, albeit on a dead track. 1,100 metres the journey. Big strapping colt this one. Greg Urell the trainer, and it's a half brother to it as we await the rest of them to come through. Let's update the market for you. There's the interim.
On Focus, number 6. But this horse, there's a bit of a wrap on him. Great is Great across from Victoria. He'll be ridden this afternoon. It's race 7. We're also showing Canterbury, Ipswich and Flemington today.
On Focus began quickly. It's going out looking for the lead from Great is Great, who's booting through now. And Great is Great's going to hold on Focus. They get across in front of Wardroom and Barabba Road, and dropping to last. Approaching the 700, Great is Great by a half length on Focus. A length and a half away third now, Barabba Road tracking the favoured pair. Around Wardroom, and 2 last of all, coming around the turn at the 500. In the Jans was Rinky Dink. It's Great is Great, a neck in front of On Focus. In third place, Barabba Road, poised to pounce on these leaders, followed by Wardroom, and Rinky Dink is hard ridden. Coming around the turn at the 300, the leader Great is Great. On Focus, the jockey's gone for the whip. Here's Barabba Road letting down with a big finish. The Great is Great responds at the 200. He's still a length in front. On the outside, Barabba Road's chasing gamely. Great is Great, the leader from Barabba Road, and Rinky Dink runs on late. Great is Great in front at the moment of Barabba Road and Rinky Dink. Great is Great hanging on. Rinky Dink dived late. Maybe on the inside, Great is Great. Maybe Great is Great, a short half head to Rinky Dink. He's defied the pattern of racing if he is the winner. In third position, Barabba Road from On Focus, and Wardroom came in along last. Looks like Great is Great. Short head, half head at the least. So now, she's won 4 races, all at Black.
That it was, and it's now very close to what they're betting on track. Repeating, Great is the clear favourite and has had support. Mr. O'Hara's been easy.
Prize money, Happy Strike has got the biggest tally so far. He's won $140,000, and Great is second to him. He's only had 3 starts, but he's already earned $104,600.
Signal racing. Great is Great wasn't brilliant out. My Conviction critical list bounced quickly with Mr. O'Hara. Great is picking up speed out wide with Silver Tusk. A length and a half further back in the race, Mr. O'Hara, Warm Fuzzy's Neng Rain. Edge of Glory last of all. The favourite takes over at the 650. Great is Great, a length and a half to 6 degrees, has pulled its way up second. My Conviction third, fourth is Silver Tusk. Fifth back in the middle, Happy Strike. Further back in the race, Warm Fuzzy's deep around critical list. Then Polish Clown, Mr. O'Hara, Neng Rain and Edge of Glory last of all. Great is Great turn for home, nearly a length to 6 degrees, and Warm Fuzzy's off the track. A length then to Happy Strike when they turn in. The leader is Great, a length and a half to Happy Strike, back to the inside. Then Warm Fuzzy's down the centre, and further back Polish Clown. Great at the 150 metre mark, over a length in front of Happy Strike on the inside. He's going well, Great, running up to the trial form, cutting back to the fence, but he canters home. Great, a good galloper, wins by a length and a half. Happy Strike is second. 2 away third is Edge of Glory, just in front of Polish Clown. A gap Warm Fuzzies.
And we'll stand by for that first 4 information to come through on the third race at Caulfield. In the next there, pointing out that well supported at Morfettville as they head out, $3.80 Golden Harvest. is there at 8.40. Heading over to the next bunch to see what Great is paying. He's at 5.20 and Algorithm is at similar odds. Race due in about 6.
Seems to have turned around and the rain is heading back, and it's going to be the heaviest all day, probably for this race. The Adelaide Hills flew out with Countess Sue Policia. Like John's got pace over on the inside and working forward Algorithm also. Golden Harvest will get led as Stand By Me with his blistering speed crosses. Lemonade Parade just behind those, followed by King's Arch and then Sciatica. Wide out Cobber Moose over on the inside. Next was Redadan, followed by Polly Graham, and last of all is Step Ahead at the 600, and Great is Great burst through the middle to go up and join Stand By Me with Algorithm 3 out third. Then Golden Harvest, Countess Sue, Lemonade Parade, Like John, Policia, Cobber Moose, King's Arch, Redadan, Polygram. Second last, Sciatica, and Step Ahead sticks to the inside. On the turn, Great is Great, shook off Stand By Me. Algorithm outside of Great is Great. Then Golden Harvest, Lemonade Parade out wider, running on. Redadan driving up behind those, finishing on. Great is Great, though. He's still a clear leader from Algorithm. Redadan making good ground behind them. And on the inside, Step Ahead, but it's Great is Great. Step Ahead coming up on the inside. Redadan, Great is Great in front, and the post is reached, and he got there. Great is Great by a neck from a very fast finishing Step Ahead and Redadan. Fourth, a photo, Lemonade Parade with Golden Harvest.
Turn into something good, and he has. He's now won 4 from 6. Great is Great. Trained by Greg Urell at Cranbourne and ridden by Stephen King. So that's 8. We've got 1 was the winner. Now the first 4s, the numbers were 9.
Really, I think it's such a tough mile. I think you really want to be really 100%. So it's no good going in.
Stretched out to 1400 with the blinkers off today. Harley Mar coming in. Race 2. Set and away. Laboucheron jumped well. Life's About. He missed it by a length and a half. And as they settle into stride, Go Forever got back there with Jackaday. Duke Bongalonga Pink Fit of the first couple to bounce out with Mythological, and Lad of the Manors being ridden away. Mythological third on the inside. Pink Fit fourth with the rail, and then came Harley Mar. One behind these horses then is Volronimo taking off wide round the outside as the pace has slackened. Then came Mr. Magoo on the inside from Great is Great. Jackaday's got a long way back in the field. Go Forever, his outside, and then came Laboucheron as they came up the side, and Life's About. He was last. Lad of the Manor. John just tried to steady him down before the turn. He leads by a half length, Duke Bongalonga. 2 lengths to Pink Fit, Volronimo, and then Mythological and Harley Mar together. Then came Mr. Magoo getting away from the rails within 3 lengths of the leader. He's launching his run down the outside. Lad of the Manor into the straight ahead of Pink Fit. Mr. Magoo starting to run on down the outside, and Great is Great has threaded his way through the field and is coming hard. Lad of the Manor headed by Pink Fit. Great is Great a danger. 100 to go now. Great is Great moved up, took the lead from Pink Fit. Great is Great drawing away in the run home. That's the real Great is Great. He won by a little over a length to Pink Fit. Third placing Lad of the Manor. Jackaday worked home well for fourth. A gap Laboucheron. Life's About. Harley Mar struggled, and then Mythological.
The winner was Great is Great, Luke Nolan. 10-10-350 over Pink Fit and Lad of the Manor. And the
top raider for the last ahead of
from Seymour there at the start, as you can.
And Great is Great, our top raider for the last ahead of the Inform Nips. It's a pretty tough race, the last. Oscar Warrior at $3.60, the favourite. Amtrak at $7.60. And Great is Great is $8.20. $10 for Red.
Oscar Warrior, they should be really running along solidly. Monaghan, Tweed, Great is Great. They've got to try and get him back behind them. Yeah, I'm looking for something that's going to be running on here.
1,000. They go. Solar Antiquity slow. Red Oog missed it by 2 lengths. And first out is Impaler, bounced ahead of Amtrak into second placing quickly. Monaghan Tweed retaining the inside in third place from Oscar Warrior, who's going up into about fourth in company with Nips. They're trailed by Greek Adonis, caught wide in the orange silks, and a length to Great is Great. Solar Antique and Impaler 3/4 clear. Amtrak is second. Monaghan Tweed running third on the inside from Oscar Warrior, who's improving 3 wide. They're followed by Greek Adonis coming 4 wide. Great is Great just behind them in the blue and gold colours. Nips is right off the track coming around the home turn, and then Regent Street down on the rail. Solar Antiquity was next. They swing the corner. Amtrak raced up and went to the lead. Oscar Warrior's coming on down the outside, and then Monaghan Tweed getting up on the rail from Solar Antiquity. Amtrak at the 300 led Impaler. Regent Street making ground the rail. Great is running on. Oscar Warrior's gone inside the 200. Amtrak on top. Great is Great, the danger down the outside. Great is racing to Amtrak. Great is Great put the head in front of Amtrak, and Great is Great a neck to Amtrak on the line.
Grado for third between Force Apollo and Regent Street, wide apart. Sky Cuddle ran on. Monahan Tweed just behind them from Lord Volksrad. Solar Antiquity, and then...
That's the way it goes. Take over Target. Simply awesome. I know he's a good horse, but I still...
It was the next. Great is Great, number one. And he's there at $2.30. Pink Fit at $2.50 and Smart and Mighty 6 cents. Air Rated was fourth. All right, let's head to Sandown.
8 runners stand. There's the signal. They're racing. Left in a good line too. Boreal, one of the first to show out. Pink Fit away well with in company Off-White going forward. Just behind those settling down now would have been Zero Drama, Great as Great going back to fifth. Paddy Boy can't get in at the moment on Great as Great, and he's heeled up, but he's still out 3 deep around Smart and Mighty. Over on the inside, Paddy Royale on a length, last of all, None for the Road. 800 out. Off-White about a head in front of Boreal. 2.5 Zero Drama. Pink Fit the fence. 2 further back in the race then. Great as Great getting a little closer now outside Smart and Mighty. Then came Paddy Royale and None for the Road outside it. At the 600 metre mark, coming to the turn. Off-White about a neck in front of Boreal. Then Zero Drama going to the outside. Boss will wait for the run on Pink Fit back on the rail. A length further back, Great as Great from Smart and Mighty. Paddy Royale. Off-White a length in front of the 400 metre mark from Boreal. Pink Fit behind those, and Great as Great coming down the centre. He's still running on, Great as Great. In fact, he's raced up and quickly grabbed the lead, and Great as Great has hit the front of the 200 metre mark. Pink Fit is still well back, but Great as Great, he's beat off the track most of the trip. He sprints away. Smart and Mighty gets out from Boreal, but Great as Great wins well. Great as Great by 3. Smart and Mighty grabs second, a nose to Boreal third. Then further back was Off-White, Paddy Royale. Pink Fit quite a length in front of the 400 metre mark from Boreal. Pink Fit behind those, and Great as Great coming down the centre. He's still running on, Great as Great. In fact, he's raced up and quickly grabbed the lead, and Great as Great has hit the front of the 200 metre mark. Pink Fit is still well back, but Great as Great, he's beat off the track most of the trip. He sprints away. Smart and Mighty gets out from Boreal, but Great as Great wins well. Great as Great by 3. Smart and Mighty grabs second, a nose to Boreal third. Then further back was Off-White, Paddy Royale. Pink Fit poor run from Zero Drama and None for the Road. That's a good win. Great as Great.
7. Sandown, correct weight. Great as Great beats Smart and Mighty and Boreal 142. Smart and Mighty.
Now Rosehill.